Welcome back to the main events of Italian diplomatic activity abroad. After more than 3 years of war, direct negotiation between Russian and Ukrainian delegates resumed on May 16th in Istanbul. The leaders Putin and Zelensky were absent. On the same day, during the European Political Community's summit in Tirana, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni stressed the importance of working towards an unconditional ceasefire as part of a peace agreement that would include guarantees for Ukraine. Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani also reiterated the goal of achieving a just peace. On Thursday, May 15th, on the sidelines of the informal NATO foreign ministers meeting in Antalya, Turkey, Tajani stated that progress towards a peace agreement remains unlikely at this stage, explaining that Russia is not willing to accelerate the process.
La Russia non può e non vuole accelerare I tempi.
Russia cannot and does not want to speed up the process because it must remain an army of 1 million people who earn twice as much as Russian workers. And all industry is oriented toward military production, so Putin would have significant social repercussions. He absolutely wants peace, but as Leo XIV says, it cannot be the defeat of Ukraine.
Vogliamo la pace giusta, che non può essere la sconfitta dell'Ucraina.
Italy and Greece are strengthening their strategic alliance with the signing of 14th bilateral agreement announced at the end of the Intergovernment Summit held in Rome on May 12th between Giorgia Meloni and Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis. The agreement span energy, security, transport, digitalization and cooperation in sensitive areas such as civil protections, cybersecurity and anti-drug measures. We are ready to promote the America's Cup in Naples internationally, a major event of sports diplomacy, said Foreign Minister Tajani, welcoming Team New Zealand's decision to hold the 38th edition of the America's Cup, the world's leading sailing competition and the oldest existing international sporting event, in Naples. An excellent result, great work by Minister Abodi, it will be a landmark event for a great Mediterranean city, will benefit economically and in terms of tourism an extraordinary opportunity, Tajani commented. We are proud of all Italian sports, from swimming to athletics. Sport has a social function. It brings people together and helps steer young people away from risks. This was the message from Foreign Minister Tajani at the launch of the second edition of the Sport and Innovation Made in Italy project held on May 16th at the Foreign Ministry. The initiative promotes Italian excellence abroad through a strategic partnership between Sports e Salute SPA and the IC agency in collaboration with Italian athletics, swimming, tennis and paddle federations. On the sidelines of the event, Minister Tajani commented on the recent clashes in Libya. We are following the situation with concerns. Thanks to the work of our embassy and the crisis unit of the Foreign Ministry, we were able to bring home all Italians who wished to return and even helped about a dozen Spaniards, he said. A new medical evacuation operation from the Gaza Strip took place midweek. The Foreign Minister's crisis unit closely coordinated the humanitarian flight with diplomatic and consular staff. The children and their companions were distributed among public hospitals across Italy. Since the beginning of 2024, a total of 393 individuals, including 133 minors, have been evacuated for medical reasons. Deputy Foreign Minister Edmondo Cirielli opened the Italian and Central Asia seminar at the Foreign Ministry, organized in cooperation with the geopolitical think tank Vision and Global Trends. The seminar, attended by the ambassadors from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, was a valuable opportunity for in-depth discussion on the various areas of Italy Central Asia cooperation. Italy is working to enhance the security of European markets and support a rapid trade agreement between the EU and US, wrote Undersecretary for Foreign Affairs Maria Tripodi on X. On May 15th, she participated in the EU Foreign Affairs Council trade in Brussels on behalf of Minister Tajani. Relaunching bilateral political dialogue and demonstrating Italy's concrete support were the goals of Undersecretary Giorgio Silli's recent missions to Barbados and St. Kitts and Nevis in the Lesser Antilles of Central America. His agenda included several institutional meetings with government representatives from the two Caribbean nations. To commemorate the centenary of the New Yorker magazine, the Italian Consulate General in New York inaugurated an exhibition on May 12th, attended by editor David Remnick, showcasing the most iconic Italian covers of the past 100 years. The exhibition, Italy and the New Yorker Through a Century, offers a visual journey and chronological exploration of Italy through the eyes of the New Yorker exceptional artists, including renowned Italian illustrators such as Lorenzo Mattotti, Olimpia Ragnoli, Ivan Brunetti and others. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned.